Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but welcome back to the Healing Stylist, where beauty meets boundaries and the salon chair becomes a space of transformation. I'm your host, Corinne, and today's episode is personal, real personal. When I was 16 years old, my dad told me hair isn't a real career. And if I had listened, if I had quit, none of this would exist. Not this podcast, not the clients I loved on for years, not the salon space that has become a safe space, safe place for healing, not the brand, not my book, not the movement. You see, to some people, this industry is it's just hair. But to me, it's been a path to purpose. It's the way I express myself, the way I connect with others. Honestly, how I found healing after some of the darkest times in my life. If I had quit back then, I would never known how powerful this gift really is. How something as simple as a blowout or a color refresh can give someone their spark back. How a stylist can hold space for someone who doesn't feel safe anywhere else. How our work can change lives, even when the world underestimates it. So if you're out there questioning your path because someone told you it wasn't good enough, this is your reminder. Your passion doesn't need validation. Your dream doesn't need permission. And your purpose, it's louder than any doubt. So with that being said, I didn't quit. And thank God I didn't because hair became my purpose, my therapy, my art, and my ministry. So at 16, you have to be careful with what you say because words, like they say, words, they can hurt, they can stick. Um, I've mentioned I've had past trauma, especially childhood trauma with things that have stuck with me into adulthood, which is crazy. We're gonna get into that a little later. I have something to say on that note. Um, you know, it's very powerful what you say at tender ages like that. Um, because I really struggled with like the conflict of like my own passion and like trying to please my parents. More so my dad. My mom was like chill. She was cool. She didn't care. She cared, but it wasn't like a you can't do that. It was always you can do whatever you wanted to do. Um, I don't think my life would be what it is now had I decided to, like, if I really listened to my dad, I don't think I would have had the most amazing connections with people. Um, I think I couldn't even tell you. I would probably be doing something I don't love. And how I discovered I like doing hair, it just really came natural to me. It wasn't something like, oh, I'm gonna grow up and do hair. It was, huh, I can do this. I'm gonna go to beauty school. Went to beauty school and it was a wrap. And I was lucky I did it in a vocational school, so I graduated with my license. And I'm coming up on 17 years, which is just so crazy to me. And I don't think I would have experienced so many different things. Like I've done runway, print, award shows, movies, TV shows, um, just a lot of amazing opportunities, even like hair shows and working with brands and being able to get product and then use it and then make content for it has been really rewarding. And I like to educate. I like to educate my clients on products too. So, I get this education from these brands and it's just such a powerful industry that I don't think people really truly understand it unless they're in it. I would have never learned how this this career in this industry can be very healing Um, I've had people sit in my chair and tell me, "You've changed my life." When they say that, I don't always understand what they mean. But as I see them over the years, I see them grow. I see their confidence grow. And it's we as salon professionals, we get to take a little bit of that credit. Like, you got that job, girl, because you felt extra confident about walking into that interview because you wanted to come and get that blowout or that highlight or that signature thing that you do that you gave your client. I wouldn't have built a brand. I would have never wrote my book, and I would have never started this podcast where I'm learning that so many people find it very helpful. There are no tools or resources in our industry to really guide us and help us, and mental health behind the chair. And we're so focused about the clients and the customers and the customer service, but yet we don't give that to ourselves. And that's really important. And that's why I started this podcast again. It was my own personal experience. And I was like, you know what? Let me share my story. And to people, a career might mean a degree, a desk job, a 9 to 5, but like, you need to redefine what a career means to you. Fulfillment, freedom, impact. That's the real success. Like, uh, what's rewarding to you? Like, are you happy here? Did you level up? Did you start from the bottom and just grow on top of? That's what a career is. A career can be anything. And stylists are so underestimated. We're artists, we're counselors, we're business owners, we're healers, we're therapists, we're your best friend, sometimes your mom. And people don't realize that it's not just about hair. And on the science part of it, I'm not just mixing color. I have to do chemistry. I have to do math. I have to, it's science. I'm looking at more than just hair. I have to look at the exposing pigment, the desired goal. All you know is you have point A and you want to get to point B. And I have to figure out all of that craziness, the maze in the middle. We have to figure that out. And it can be hard. I've had crash outs. I've gone to my client, not my client, my coworker, like, yo, I can't think, and you have to help me. And having a salon team where you can trust and know whatever they say is is going to work. You don't have to think about it. It's amazing. So you don't need anyone's permission to follow your dream or your gift. And you are not just a hairstylist. You are an anchor for people in chaos, a light when they're dim, a safe space in a noisy world. I can't tell you how many times my client friend, her name's Kate. I love her. If she's listening. Um, she is someone who's very important to me. I didn't realize that until maybe 6 months in knowing her. I've been doing her hair, man, I think maybe since 2020, maybe 2021. I know it's been at least 3, 4 years, and I have my moments and my own depressions and my own anxieties, and she will send me memes. And also, there's two people I want to talk about. Her name's Melissa as well. And I've been doing her, oh man, almost 8 years, 9 years. It's crazy. These two girls, there's so many clients, okay? But these two in particular, oh, and Michelle. Michelle is like my sis, okay? So I have Kate. Listen, you guys think you do so much for your clients, but clients don't realize what they do for us. And I speak about that all the time. I probably can name a few more. So I'm not trying to, I'm gonna get sidetracked. Let me get back to the point. They don't realize that when they send me so many memes about hair, it can be not related. It can be inspirational. It can make me smile. They remind me of who I am and what I could be and what I need to be. And that just means the world to me. And they don't even know it. They have no idea that when they send me those messages, I could be having a really bad day. And there goes Kate, Melissa, Michelle. Michelle sends me Bible verses, and I love it. And Melissa sends me these really crazy, random Florida man memes. And Kate sends me a little bit of everything. She sends me hair love. She sends me mental encouragement. And I just, it's such an rewarding career. I wish people could experience what I experience. But I will say there's a crash and burn because everything good always, it has its time, it has its limits, especially if you're not keeping it under wraps, if that make, I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but like if you're not, you burn out. You just don't want to experience the burnout that comes along with it because it does get overwhelming. It does get overwhelming when the time I didn't have boundaries and clients and everybody would message me all kinds of times, days, nights. Some are rude. Then you go to work and you deal with it and different personalities. And someone like me, where I actually struggle a little bit with it's situational, with adjusting to situations. And I know I spoke about this to most of my clients, but my anxiety can be so bad that I will get lightheaded and I might faint. Or it can trigger me into depression. Or if I'm just not doing those things to keep myself afloat because I'm so worried about it, about other people, that sometimes it affects my personal life where like I struggle with acts of service. My husband loves acts of service, but because I give acts of service as a job, it's really hard for me to separate that. So that's one thing I am working on this year that I will share with you guys. And if you have any tips and tricks on that, please send me a message in the DMs. And I haven't really talked to my dad. Like, it's a really a strange relationship. Not something I will go into, but I'd say maybe the last 2 years, he may have tried to talk to me, and I'm just, it's whatever at this point, you know? Um, I've said my piece and whatnot, but I anything he has ever said to me doesn't matter, especially in this time in my life. And I held on to a lot of things that were said to me because, we think that's what it is when our parents tell us something and it sits in the back of your head until that one situation happens and then you remember it and then you self-doubt yourself. And nothing he says or anybody in the past who's not even here today matters. I don't need their approval. I don't need to seek or feel like, oh, like for example, this is perfect. I was telling my husband that I made a quick little video about this, about what my dad said. And I was nervous because he does follow me on social media and sometimes he might put a random comment and it bothered me so much. Like I was like, "Oh my God." Like I was like, "Am I worried about what he thinks?" I mean, because I really don't care what he thinks, but like not in a bad way. But like I don't know. It's just such a weird feeling and it's a feeling that I don't like or I can't explain. And my husband was like, well, why does it matter? You're speaking your truth. Nothing you're saying is bashing or degrading or mean. It's just something that happened to you when you were a teenager, and you're sharing it on your podcast in hopes of other people who have experienced something similar will know that it's okay, that you're fine to speak how you feel. And it doesn't matter who they are because it's your experience. And he was right. Although I sat on this for a little bit, and I've actually been sitting on this topic for a while until one night, I don't know if you've guys seen that small video on TikTok where I bring it up and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it now. It's time I talk about it because I'm sure there are plenty of people who wish they went to beauty school and didn't because somebody told them something negative. And I hope this episode reminds you that your path is sacred, even if it looks different than what others expect. And I didn't quit, and neither should you. And it's never too late to go back. If you want to go back to school for anything, you're a salon professional and like you want to go to school for law. What's stopping you? Nothing's stopping you. Whoever told you you couldn't do it, where are they now? It doesn't matter because if they're not here, even if they are here, why does it matter? Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. And I feel like that's what the real success is. And let your story be louder than their doubts. If this message spoke to you, share it, tag me. Let's create a ripple effect of stylists who know their worth. And I hope you take away from this brief, short message. And again, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very nervous about this, but um, I feel good about it. And now that I've said it, I can let it go and it can be released. And I'm so happy I was able to share with you. This is the Healing Stylist, and I'll see you next time.